Hi, welcome to my channel, Organized with Joy. I'm Joy and I want to inspire you to get organized. And in today's video, I am going to give you a tour of my closet. I had a sweet subscriber comment on one of my most recent videos where I was talking about why I have officially decided not to create a capsule wardrobe. And that subscriber asked if I could do a tour of my closet, and I thought it was a really great video idea. So I wanted to show you just how I have things organized and just show you around my closet. I'll just start by talking about my top shelf, and over here in this corner I have a picture of my husband and I on our wedding day, and then a jar with the rose petals from the first dozen roses he ever bought me, and then our unity candle, and back behind there is a stuffed animal that he had gotten me when we were dating. And then up here I just have some storage items, and here I have ribbons and tags for if I need to make a package, like a gift or a birthday package. This is a seasonal clothes box. And then I have just letters and cards that were important to me that I wanted to keep. And then lastly is just a box of memorabilia. I decided just to use some simple plastic boxes that I had on hand to organize all the things on the top shelf. I have the same plastic boxes on my husband's side, and when I did a reorganization of his side, I decided to go ahead and make it so that both sides were identical and using the same storage boxes. So on the next row, I have this box right here, which holds all of my hats. I have my baseball caps, and then also my winter hats in there as well. And then this row is just all jeans, and they are folded KonMari style. That way they can stand up even if some of the jeans are missing. And I do keep my deodorant and my body lotion here, and I have them in front of these two jeans right here, which are a little bit more unique looking. There's a light pair of jeans and a pair of gray jeans, and I don't wear them quite as often as I do my traditional colored jeans, and so that is why I have those right there in front of those. It works. If I do ever want to wear them, obviously I can just go ahead and move those. And then moving on over here is where I house all of my sweaters and sweatshirts. Sweatshirts are on the end there, but again, I just folded them KonMari style so that when I pull one out, they don't all topple over. Next, I was going to talk about my hanging clothes, and the biggest tip that I can give people who want their closet to look more organized is just to buy uniform hangers. If all of your hangers are the same color and or style, it definitely makes your closet look a lot more neat and organized. And so that is what I've done here. And if you start down here, I just have this kind of unique hanger that holds all of my tank tops and some of my bralettes there. And then I have kind of my nicer shorts that I don't want to fold up. I have hanging here, and also a couple of jean skirts. But then the way I have my clothes organized, as you can probably tell, is by color, but I also like to put like items together. So on this row, I have basically all of my short sleeve shirts and tank tops, and obviously I just start with white and then do kind of the color of the rainbow from there. Moving on over here to this back corner, like I mentioned, I have just the categories of clothing. So I have a few pants that aren't jeans, but they're just more like pants hanging up here. And then I have all my dresses, and the reason why I have them back here is because I don't wear dresses very often. I do wear most of these dresses, but just not as often as I would say my t-shirts and tank tops. So that's why they're back here in this corner. For my shoes, I have chosen to use shoe racks, and if you can't tell, I have them categorized as well. So here are all of my tennis shoes, which include my casual tennis shoes and then also the ones that I work out in. And then this is mostly sandals, and I'll show you in a minute where I keep my seasonal shoes. So in the summertime, in the spring and summer, these are mostly all just sandals. I do have some booties up here at the top that I like to wear with shorts, and so those stay out year round, but this is where I keep all of my sandals. And then over here in this corner, I keep some more sandals and then some closed-toed shoes that I might wear without socks, or mules, or shoes like that that might work pretty much year round. So I'll go ahead and start up at the top. In this section of my closet, like I mentioned, these are all shoes that are seasonal shoes, or shoes that I don't wear as often. I certainly have shoes that I still love and I'll wear them every once in a while. Maybe they're shoes that I like to wear out or on special occasions. So I do still want to keep them, but I don't need to be getting to them regularly, so I'll keep them up here. But typically it's actually about this time of year, but we've had just such an exceptionally warm fall here in Austin, so I've still kept out my sandals even though we're heading towards mid-October. But typically it's about this time of year where I'll go ahead and put all of my sandals up here and bring all of my booties down here to the shoe racks so that I can easily be able to get to those since the weather is changing and it's getting cooler outside. And then here is where I have all of my blazers, my kimonos, my jackets and cardigan sweaters, or even some pullovers, but it's basically just things that I use to layer. So in the winter time, since we have a fairly mild winter, I typically am just layering things and wearing a short sleeve shirt with a cardigan or a jacket or something like that over the short sleeve shirt. So down here I have all of my boots, and since there's not really an easy way to store those away for the summer, I just go ahead and leave them lined up here. That is how I organized it the last time I reorganized my closet, and so that works well. And then this right here is actually my wedding dress. It is inside of one of those boxes that keeps it preserved, and so that's why it's just in this huge box here instead of out. I really haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if my daughter is really interested in it. I also have a random hat right here. I do need to get some hooks for hats that don't really fit in my hat box. And then over here I just have all of my long sleeve shirts, or I do have a couple of tank tops that I wear in the winter, like especially out on a date or out with girls. This one is velvet, and then this one has some gold detail. So I have them down here, even though they are short sleeved. I don't really wear these in the summer. I wear them with a blazer in the winter, so that's why they're down here. A trick that I like to tell people about when you are struggling to decide what you actually wear, what you want to keep, and what you want to get rid of, is to turn your hangers around backwards for a certain amount of time. I suggest at least 6 months, maybe even a year, to determine if you're wearing that item. And this year I actually did turn them around in January, and this year has been a little bit weird because of COVID, so I just haven't been going out as much, so or we haven't gone to church either. So like all of my or not all of them, several of my dresses are still, the hangers are still backwards, just because I really haven't had a place to wear that. But turning your hangers around backwards will give you an idea of what clothes you're wearing and not wearing, and it may give you a better understanding of what is okay to let go of. I did want to quickly show you my husband's side of the closet. It's actually very similar to mine. I have sweaters and sweatshirts, and then jeans, and I actually have some pants folded up here as well. But basically it looks very similar, and then he just has some different items up at the top that he needs to store. In case you're at all curious, I do really like to use Poshmark, or even just thrifting locally, like at the Goodwill or Salvation Army, to find clothing items. But I do sometimes purchase things from boutiques, whether that's online or here in Austin. But probably my favorite brands that I tend to look for are Madewell, Athleta. I also really like Banana Republic and J. Crew. That's kind of like my style and what I typically look for when I'm on the Poshmark app, or even locally thrifting items. Another brand that I really like is a Target brand, and it's Universal Thread. I really like that style. It's very similar to the style of Madewell, but obviously it being a Target brand, it is a lot more cheaper than some of the Madewell items. Well, thank you for watching my video today. I hope it gave you some information or some inspiration on how you can get your closet organized. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.